Hi guys, welcome to JVN testing tutorials. Today manual testing day 7 theory session. In the last class what we have seen? We have seen about the SDL's models, right? Like waterfall model, V model, spiral model, prototype model, hybrid model, RAD model. Okay, let's see today's topic is types of software testing. Let's see what is software testing. A process of executing an application to find out the defects in the software application is called software testing. So what is software testing? A process of executing an application to find out the defects in that software application, that is called software testing. So for example, any software application is there like Gmail, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, etc. software application is there. So as per the in order to find out the defects in that software application, that is called software testing. So what is software testing? We have to find out the defects in that software application, any one of the software application, that is called software testing. So let's see now types of software testing. First is Whitebox testing, second is Blackbox testing, and third is Graybox testing. So these are the three types of software testing: Whitebox testing, Blackbox testing, Graybox testing. So these are the three types of software testing. So let's see one by one clearly. First, Whitebox testing. Whitebox testing means what? Testing each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code is called whitebox testing. Correct, right? Testing each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code is called whitebox testing. So, who will do this whitebox testing? Developers will do this whitebox testing. Why developers will do whitebox testing? Because testing each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code. So, developers will check based on the coding part only. Okay, in whitebox testing developers will check based on the coding part only. So it is done by the developers. So developers will check each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code. After the software application is developed by using the software, any one of the language, after the software application is developed, whitebox testing should be done. It is done by the developers. Developers will do each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code. So it is called whitebox testing. Next, in whitebox testing, actual application will not be tested. Testing will happen on code level. So correct, right? Developers will do whitebox testing, right? Developers will do whitebox testing. In whitebox testing, testing will do only on code level. Right, in Whitebox testing will do only on code level. Actual software application is not tested. Only testers will do test the software application. Okay, after developing the software application, developers will do whitebox testing based on the code level. Developer will check each and every line of a program because developers need to confirm the correctness of code. That's why whitebox testing should be done by the developers. So in whitebox testing, actual application is not tested. Only testing will happen on the code level only. It is done by the developers. So that is called whitebox testing. Next, whitebox testing has two types. First is unit testing, second is integration testing. So these are the two types of whitebox testing. Let's see first one, unit testing. What is unit testing? Testing each and every part of a code is called unit testing. So what is unit testing? Testing each and every part of a code, that is called unit testing. So developers will check each and every part of a code. So developers will develop one software application, right, by using coding language like Java, Python, C#, SQL, Ruby, etc. etc. By using programming language, developers will develop one software application. So developers will check each and every part of a code in unit testing after the application is developed. After the software application is developed, developers will enter into the whitebox testing. In whitebox testing, each and every line of it, they will test the each and every line of a program. That is, in whitebox testing, two types is there: unit testing, integration testing is there. So what is unit testing? Testing each and every part of a code together, that is called unit testing. Okay. Next, while conducting unit testing, developers will follow some techniques. Let's see what are the techniques. First one is basic path coverage, control structure coverage, program technical coverage, mutation coverage. So these are the 4 techniques developers will use while conducting unit testing. Right. So being as a test engineer, we will not involved in these 4 techniques. So I will not explain these 4 techniques. In the interview also they will not ask about these 4 techniques because only developers will involved in these 4 techniques. Testers will not involved in these 4 techniques. Okay. So this is called unit testing and these are the 4 techniques they will involved while conducting unit testing. Developers will involved while conducting unit testing. Okay. Next, second is integration testing. Let's see what is integration testing. Combining all parts of a code together and conducting testing is called integration. So what is integration? Combining all parts of a code together and conducting testing is called integration. So in unit testing, developers will test each and every line of a program, right? In unit testing, developers will test each and every line of a program. But in integration testing, developers will test combining all parts of a code together. That is called integration testing. Combining all parts of a code together means I have already said the dependency between modules and feature. For example, if Gmail application is there, so the dependency between login page and home page, right? Without login page, we can't enter into the home page, right? So there is a dependency between login page and home page. That is called integration. Another example, dependency in the Gmail application, the dependency between compose and send module. So in compose module, what we will do in the compose module, we will click on this compose and we have to enter the mail. Okay, the information we have to enter the type the mail and send it to who want to receive that mail. Okay. So after sending the mail, we will see whether it is sent or not sent. In which send module we will see that is visible in the send module, send mail. Okay. So there is a dependency between compose and send module, that is called integration. So developers will combine all parts of a code together and test like this whether where their integration is happening. So developers will check where the integration is happening. So at that place, developers will combine all parts of a code together and conducting testing, that is called integration. Okay. While conducting integration testing, developers will follow some techniques. Let's see what are the techniques. First is top-down approach, bottom-up approach, hybrid approach, big bang approach. So these are the 4 techniques developers will use while conducting integration testing. Let's see what are these techniques. Actually, I am explaining these 4 techniques because this is a testing related topics. Top-down, bottom-up, hybrid approach, big bang approach. These 4 techniques is also involved in the testing related topics. Okay, but these 4 techniques are not involved in testing, only developers will use. But with these 4 techniques, testing will also involved. Okay, testers will also involve. Okay, first top down approach. Let's see what is top down approach. When STUB is available, conducting testing from top to bottom. So what is STUB? STUB means when submodule is not completed, a temporary program is developed by the developers. So what is STUB? When submodule is not completed, a temporary program is developed by the developers. That is called STUB. Okay, instead of actual program to stop the user activity. Okay, for example, the Gmail application is there. So login page. Login page means we have to enter the username and we have to enter the password now. So that is called login page. That is called main module. Okay. Coming to inbox, sent, compose. These 3 are submodule. Inbox, sent, compose, draft, spam. So these are called submodules. And logout is one of the main module. Okay, logout is also main module. So this is the example of Gmail application. So when submodule is not completed, for example, assume that each module, okay, login page, inbox, send, compose, logout. So assume that each module will done different persons. Okay, 5 different developers and 5 different programs they will use while developing the software application, right? So 5 different persons and 5 different developers will use the 5 different programs to develop the software application. So last day to submit to client, okay, but inbox submodule is not completed, not developed due to some issues, okay. Due to some issues, there is no resources, there is no facility of resources, there is no time, so any issues, okay. Due to some issues, developers are not developed inbox submodule, okay, but we have to submit to client. At that time, the developers will create one temporary stub, okay, that is only called stub, where developers will create one temporary stub for the inbox and submit to client. What is that stub? When submodule is not completed, a temporary program is developed by the developers instead of actual program to stop the user activity. That is called stub. For example, in the real time software application, we have seen uh, like this page is under construction, or this page is under progress, or this page is under development in some of the application. Whenever when they are developing the application or upgrading the application, like this we will be visible on the some of the software application, this page is under construction, or this page is under progress, or this page is under development. It will be visible on the some of the software applications, okay. This is called top-down approach. What is top-down approach? When stub is available, conducting testing from top to bottom. That is called top-down approach. Stub means when submodule is not completed, a temporary program is developed by the developers instead of actual program to stop the user activity. Okay, that is called stub and that is called top-down approach. Let's see what is bottom-up approach. What is bottom up approach? When driver is available, conducting testing from bottom to up is called bottom up approach. Okay. In top down, stub. Okay. In top down, developers will use stub. In bottom up, developers will use driver. Let's see what is driver. Okay. Driver means what? When main module is not completed, a temporary program is developed by the developers instead of actual program to continue the user activity. Yes, what is driver? When main module is not completed, a temporary program is developed by the developers instead of actual program to continue the user activity. That is called driver. So let's take the same example as a Gmail application. Assume that here also assume that each module will done by the different persons, 5 different persons and 5 different developers will use 5 different programs. Okay, everything is completed, but only main module login page is not completed, not developed. Okay, not completed means not developed due to some issues. Okay, but we will last day to submit to client. So at that time, developers will create one temporary driver for the main module, that is login page, for the module login page to continue the user activity. So without login page we can't enter into the home page, right? So at that time, whenever the login page is not developed, at that time developers will create one temporary program means one temporary driver for login page to continue the user activity, to go into the home page. Okay, by clicking the login page we have to enter the username and password. At that place, developers will create one driver to enter into the home page, that is to continue the user activity. Okay, it is called driver. This is called driver. Next, what is hybrid approach? Let's see what is hybrid approach. The combination of top down and bottom up. Okay, the combination of top down and bottom up. What is top down? Stub. What is bottom up? Driver. So the combination of top down and bottom up approach is called hybrid approach. Okay, testing from top down and bottom up with with both stub and driver is called hybrid approach. So testing from top down and bottom up with both stub and driver, with both combination of stub and combination of driver, at that time we will go with hybrid approach. Okay, it is also called sandwich approach also. Okay, this is a rare case. Definitely client will wait, but in some business point of view targets is there, so we have to complete with within the time. So at that time they will use stub and they will use driver, but both is not involved, stub and driver. Okay, for example, hybrid approach means, for example, one sub module and one main module is not completed. Okay, but last day to submit to client, then we used to test with hybrid approach. One sub module means inbox module is not completed. One main module is login page is not completed. So login page is a main module. So in that main module driver will create. Okay, developers will create driver. Okay, inbox is one of the sub module. So developers will create stub here. Okay, to stop the user activity. At the login page, developers will create driver to continue the user activity. So at the combination of both stub and driver, we will go with hybrid approach. Okay. Next, what is Big Bang approach? Let's see what is Big Bang approach. Conducting testing when 100% coding is completed is called Big Bang approach. Okay, conducting testing when 100% coding is completed, that is called Big Bang approach. 100% coding means no stub, no driver, every submodule, every main module, full project is completed. Then only we use Big Bang approach. Okay, 100% means no stub is available, no driver is available, everything, every submodule, every main module, every feature will be completed. Full project is completed, then only we will go with the Big Bang approach. That is called Big Bang approach. Okay. So this is the integration testing. Okay. We have completed a total whitebox testing. Whitebox testing and types of whitebox testing, unit testing and integration testing. Let's see now what is black box testing. Okay. What is black box testing? Let's see now. What is black box testing? It is done by the testers, right? White box testing is done by the developers. Okay, to test the each and every line of a program. Or developers will test the only coding part. So in white box testing only they will test about the coding related part only. Next, verifying the functionality of an application according to customer requirement to confirm the customer requirement is called black box testing. So what is black box testing? Verifying the functionality of an application. What is functionality? I have already explained in the previous classes. What is functionality? For what purpose we are using the software application? Okay, that is called functionality. For example, WhatsApp application is there. For what purpose we are using the WhatsApp application? For chatting purpose we are using the WhatsApp application. To send the messages and receive the messages, we are using the WhatsApp application. For voice call purpose we are using the WhatsApp application. For video call purpose we are using the WhatsApp application. For status purpose we are using the WhatsApp application. So this is called functionality. For what purpose we are using that software application, that is called functionality. So in white box testing, verifying the functionality, for what purpose we are using the software application, to we have to verify. Testers who will do this by black box testing, testers will do black box testing. So to verify what purpose we are using the software application according to customer requirement, according to customer requirements, client requirements, project requirement. Okay, according to project requirement, for what purpose we are in the software application to confirm the customer requirement, that is called black box testing. So in black box testing we have to test the software application and find out the defects. Actual application will be tested in black box testing, but in white box testing only coding level part only they will test. Developers will test the coding level part, but coming to black box testing, testers will test the actual software application. We have to test the actual software application, whether it is working fine or not, or any defects is there in the software application, we have to test in the black box testing. So this is called black box testing. Next was types of black box testing. Let's see what are the types of black box testing. Functional testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. So these are the four types of black box testing. What is this? functional testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. So these are the four types of black box testing. Next, levels of testing. What are the levels of testing? Functional testing, same. Functional testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. So these are the four levels of testing. Okay, so this is called black box testing. Next, what is gray box testing? Let's see what is gray box testing. The combination of white box testing and black box testing is called gray box testing. So the combination of white box, in white box what we will do, developers will do test the based on the testing coding level part. Okay, in black box testing, testers will do the actual software application. So the combination of white box and black box means developers and testers, that is called Graybox testing. Let's see what is this. Testing and developing can be conducted by one team or one person, that is called Graybox testing. So I have already explained the history of the how in the introduction of manual session in the first class, I think so. So before 2001 there is no separate testing team, only one person will do developing and one same person will do testing. So that is called gray box testing. So after 2001, in every company there is a separate team for testing and there is a separate team for developing. So testing and developing can be conducted by one team. Before 2001, at that time only one person can do developing and same person can do testing. That is called gray box testing. Okay. So types of testing is completed, white box testing is completed, black box testing is completed, gray box testing is completed. Okay, let's see what are the difference between black box testing and white box testing. See, white box testing means WBT, in shortcut WBT, white box testing. Okay, next black box testing means BBT, shortcut BBT, black box testing. Let's see first white box testing. Checking the each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code. Yes, right. White box testing developers will do only based on the coding level. Code level only they will check each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code. After the software application is developed, white box testing will be done based on the coding level. Okay. It is, see here, second point is there. It is done by the developers. Correct, right? It is done by the developers. White box testing is done by the developers. So in white box testing, we need to know about the programs. Correct, right? Developers need to know the programming. If we need to know the programming only, they will use the software languages like Python, Java, C Sharp, Ruby, SQL, etc. They will use that software language and they will build this develop the software application. So we need to know the programming language. Next, we need to know the internal design of source code. Internal design of source code means design documents. There now HLD and LLD documents. I have already explained about this HLD and LLD. So in that design, the source code is visible. Okay, the developers will be visible design to know the source code. Okay, next, source code is visible. So in white box testing, developers the source code is visible. The developers will create the code now for in Java language or Python language, any of the language, they will develop the software application. That source code is visible to developers, right? Yes, this is the white box testing. Coming to black box testing, verifying the functionality of an application to find out the defects in the software application. Correct, right? So testers should verify the functionality of an application. Functionality means for what purpose we are using the software application. So in order to find out the defects in that software application, that is called black box testing. So it is done by the testers, right? It is done by the testers. We need not to know the programming. Yes, correct, right? We need not to know any programming, only we will test the software application. That's it. Next, we need not to know the internal design of source code. So we need not to know any design code, any source code. Any source code is not need not to know. Only our duty, testers duty, is to find out the defect in the software application. That is called testers duty. So that is called black box testing. Next, source code is not visible. So any source code is not required and any source code is not visible in the black box testing. So this is called black box testing. So this is the difference between white box and black box testing. Yes guys, today's class is completed, I think so. Yes, completed. Types of testing: software testing, white box completed, black box testing completed, gray box testing also completed. Yeah, in the types also, unit testing completed, integration testing completed. But we are pending with black box testing types. Yes, right. Functional testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. We are pending with types of black box testing. We will cover in the next class. Okay. Yes, guys. This is the day 7 manual testing theory session. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to YouTube channel and share to your friends. Thank you.